Hi, my name is Chris, I am from Boldbird Games. In this movie I will show you how to make a range fighting NPC. I will use a few tools to make that. Those tools will be Unity Engine, Spriter Pro animation software, free animation asset from CraftPix website, and a Unity package I prepared. It is named Scripting Animation Examples for Spriter Pro. I will show you the workflow with those tools. Range fighting NPC will work with animations and artificial intelligence. NPC will make behaviors such as patrolling, chasing, attacking, being alert, get damage and die. Package is already imported into Unity project. In this video I use Unity 2019.4.39. Workflow is described in the documentation. I will use it in this video. As I said before, the package is already in the Unity project. It is the same project from the previous video in which we implemented the melee NPC character. We will use a free asset from CraftPix. It will be a elf mage. Let's look at it right now. This is the original asset from the CraftPix. It needs some changes before it could be working with this package, Unity package. Here is the edited project with the elf. I'm just gonna show you how it will work in the Spriter Pro. Okay, so I will just go with the documentation step by step. In the first step, we need to be sure if those animations are inside our Spriter Pro project. So we have 8 animations here. In the original Spriter project we don't have this animation, this dead animation. It's really just a one keyframe that I took from the die animation. We can see the movement, the character is falling to the ground, and in this frame, in about 812 milliseconds, we have this frame which I copied and made this animation here. I used the clone function in here like this, and I just renamed it and edited inside here, and I've got this. So I'll just delete this one. Okay, and by this we have all 7 needed animations. One more notice about the die animation. In the original file, the character is laying down in this keyframe. This keyframe does not exist, and if the animation will be played in the Unity engine, then while transitioning between die and dead, this character might just go up and then fall automatically like this. So to avoid some not well looking glitches, we could just take this keyframe here, copy current frame and paste it right here, and we should avoid any glitches by that. So remember to adjust the die animation like this. Save project. Step 2. Be sure that inside the attack animation you have a point. It could be named point 000. It will be used to get a starting position for a missile that will be spawned during gameplay. So we go to the attack animation. We can just look here. Yep, it appears in the keyframe 599 milliseconds. If you cannot see it, it is right here. It was added by this tool here, create point. After you make this point, you can click it here and you can adjust it to 0 degrees here. Be sure that the point will be active for some few frames. Okay, next step. Inside the attack animation, create an event named missile spawn. Exactly this name is required. This string is used in the script, so that's the reason why this name is required. Script will use it to time precisely the moment to spawn a missile game object. If you need help with how to make an event, look in the Spriter Pro manual. It is linked here, but I could just show it to you. But in the manual it's described more in depth. Right here I opened the attack animation, and you can see here on the left side there is a added missile spawn event, and how we can add it. Just use the red line to point this specific place where you want this new event to appear, then click anywhere on the left side with the drags, and use the right mouse button and then use the option append event trigger at time, and here just type in missile spawn. Okay, like this. But I just made this for this keyframe in 599 milliseconds, so I don't need this one, so I will just delete it. Remember that the event should be that the missile spawn event should be triggered when the point is active. So let's go back to the documentation. Copy your Spriter Pro project with a range character to the Unity project according to the chapter how to get your SCML animation into the Unity project. Okay, let's go to the Spriter Pro project. It will be this one. I will drag it to the Unity project. Here it is. Now let's go to the proper folder, Spriter Pro files. Okay, let's just drag it here. Okay, we got it, and right here is the entity. The prefab was generated from the entity from this file. So what next? Open one of the scenes in the Unity project. So we've done that before. I just I made a copy scene from one of those. From the folder assets SPSA prefab, drag the AI holder template prefab to the scene. Okay, so go to the prefab folder and go for the AI holder template prefab. We will just drag it here. Yeah, it's one of those templates. Okay. AI holder template is necessary for the NPC prefabs from the project, including the custom LA character temp and custom range character temp. From the folder assets SPSA prefab, drag the custom range character temp into the inside of the previously dragged instance of the AI holder template. Okay, so we are looking for this prefab and we will drag it to the AI holder template here. Okay. Now expand the custom range character temp and find the SP holder game object. So this one here. So we are expanding the file SP holder. We got it. Drag your entity prefab with a range character to the inside of the SP holder game object. So what is the entity prefab? It is exactly here in the imported folder with the SCML file. It is this prefab, so let's drag it to the SP holder as the documentation mentioned. Okay, we got it. What next? Look at the character sprites in the game scene. In their size, is their size in relation to other game objects fine? If not, then click on the SP holder and modify scale X and scale Y variables in the transform component. Okay. So I want to make him to the size of the player. So let's go to the SP holder. And here we have those position, positions and scale. I'll just go with 0.5. Okay, this is a mage, so maybe he should be a little smaller. Maybe a little thinner. Okay, let's go with that. Okay, so I want to manipulate the character on the scene, so I go to the custom range character temp and just place him between this left AI border and the right AI border. Okay, what next? Position correctly the ground check and the ceiling check objects that are child game objects of the custom range character temp game object. Ground check should be positioned just below the feet of the character, and ceiling check should be positioned just above the character's head. This is very important because not doing that may result in a wrong workings of the movement and flipping methods. Okay, so we have this ground check inside here, and it is right here. I will go with it here below the feet. And the ceiling check, it is here, so will be done right or like that. What next? Another very important aspect is to make sure your character will be walking on a surface with a ground layer active. In this example, since these surfaces have this ground layer enabled, the lack of this layer being active may result in character that will be not able to move or flip. Okay, so here are some floor desert objects, and as you can see, we have some tag ground and layer ground. So remember to use those ground layers when you make the surfaces for your own characters. Now we will go to NPC custom range character script and the NPC anim custom range character script. So let's find them. They will be in the custom range character tab. So I'll just click it here. And click it here. So what's next? Be sure to adjust the strings in the NPC anim custom range character script to match them with animations named from your Spriter Pro entity. 7 animations from step 1. So here we have those strings attached to those variables, and we need to make them be the same as those in the Spriter project. So these ones. So I will just take this window to my other screen and will retype those strings here. So sorry. Okay, we are done for now in here, so I'll just save it. Okay, it is saved. Next step 13. Adjust the float values inside NPC custom range character to make them match your custom character. Some of them are distance at which the enemy will stop chasing the player, walk and run, speed, attack distance, minimal distance at which the enemy will trigger an attack animation, max, and the current amount of health points. Okay, let's go to the script. Let's see what we need to adjust in here. Stop chase distance. Maybe let's make it bigger. And the attack distance, let's also make it bigger to maybe 15. Spriter prefab name. So as we are here, I will change it. Also, this string here should be the name from the entity prefab. So it was 03, as I remember. And here we should type the name of the point we made in the Spriter project in the right over here in this keyframe. It is 0.00, so I will just copy it from here. I will copy it from here and just paste it here. But I don't remember this string, so I will just reverse the change and I will comment this out, and here I will copy this and I will modify it like this. So the entity prefab name was 03 and the missile was 0.000. Okay, so we are good with those variables right here. Distance multi, run speed, we can just make it smaller. Okay, what next? It's fine for now. What's the next step? Adjust the string values inside NPC custom character CS. Spriter prefab name and this missile spawn point name. So we have done it before. Regards behavioral variations for the custom range character, you have two options: patroller routine and a guard routine. So it is in the NPC custom range character script. Here we have the same situation like for the melee NPC. He uses the range NPC use a finite state machine, artificial intelligence, and he has some states of behavior. Right now there is an active patrol state and the transitions from it to other states. They are here. This is the chase state, alert state, got hit state, and dead state. So quickly change the patrolling routine of this NPC to a guarding routine. To make that, we can comment out this preprocessor here like that. and by that we disabled the construction of the patrol state, and we enabled the construction of the guard state with his transitions. Also, we can see the same preprocessor here and here. It changed some transitions also, so the patrol and guard state are working properly. So, but in this example, I will leave the patrol state behavior, and it should look like this. So I'll just save this file right now. Okay, it's saved. In the AI holder template, you can see some objects like guard point, guard direction, left border, right border, waypoints. They are used to set the behavior of the character on the scene, on the exact places you want him to guard or patrol them. And define the borders in which he will chase the player. So look at them, read their descriptions, and play around with them on the scene when you will have your NPC character on the scene. One important thing is that the custom range character temp object should be placed between left border and right border, so those objects here. So in the next 16th step, you can adjust box collider 2D and circle collider 2D to make them match the size of your character's whole body frame. Those components are inside the custom range character temp object. So let's look at here. It is here. We have some rigid body collider. So let's zoom in. We see the outline of the circle here and the outline of the box here. So the circle will go down, it will go down to hit the floor with the feet, and the box should be like a core of the body of this character, so it should go like that. Maybe I will make it higher. Okay, it should be fine. Okay, now we're going back to the document. Pick a missile prefab, for example, fire missile from the SAE prefab folder and drag it to the spawn missile variable in the NPC custom range character script component inside the custom range character temp. For this package I have some missiles, but if you want, you can just copy one of them and change his name and sprite of the prefab missile to make your own. And then you could just take the new missile and drag it to the appropriate variable. It will look like this here in the NPC custom range character script component, and here is the spawn missile. So we will drag this fire missile into here. But you can do it with your own missile that you will prepare. So we have it here, spawn missile. I will go to I need to go for the hierarchy window here and click it again. So I've got the spawn missile here, so I will drag it from here, and now I believe I'm fully prepared to make him alive. So now the character should work properly, and let's see. So just last check if we've got all. So we done the drag here, and now you're done with the custom range. See how it feels in the gameplay and test it. Okay, we got him ready, so let's try him out in the game. He should go chase the player when he will be inside those borders. So let's look at it. So the character is right here. This raycast made him go into alert state. Now he changed to the chase state and is attacking from the distance. So we can see he went back to patrolling state. We can go here and just look around on the waypoints. He is wandering between them, so everything looks fine from this perspective. Now let's just go to the some tools of distraction and check out the death animation. He wasn't chasing the player because of the border. Player was outside the border, so we can try to look what happens when we make the space between borders a little bigger. So here, left border, let's go off the top like that and try to attack the mage with a ranged weapon. He will chase us to a certain point. It looks fine. So thank you for your attention. You learned in this video how to prepare your custom range character when you have the animations in Spriter Pro project, and how to implement them inside the Unity project with the scripting animation examples for Spriter Pro package. Thank you and see you in the next videos.